Okay. So, this is my Spyro 80% PB. I'm sorry, I'm kind of hungry. I'm just eating some chips real quick. But, let's take a look at this. We're gonna get right into it. Let's fucking go. Oh! I started the timer kind of late. It's okay. Hi, YouTube. It's alright. Hey, this one's a shout out to Chris LBC. Chris LBC, the boy. The fucking boy with world record in this game. He got that shit like back in 2018 and I'm still fighting to beat it, even with a run as good as this. So cheers to Chris and cheers to all you guys who are here right now, man. Love you guys. So, this run is fucking sick, and let me tell you why. When I got this run, it is the 2 seconds away from the world record, and it is in third place because the second place time is 1 second away from world record, which means the top 3 times in this game are within 1 fucking second of each other, which is absolutely nuts. What makes those times that are ahead of me even more nuts is that they do a trick at the end of the game called Twilight Harbor Skip. For a long time, this was thought to be the only viable strategy to do in any percent until I came along, Big Dick Dale, ooh, king of the castle. I came along and I started doing rat proxy in runs, which is a form of coveless. The only other person to do a form of coveless in an any percent run is the man who found both rat proxy and coveless. His name is Tuval, and I recently just fucking totally annihilated that son of a bitch with this very run that you're seeing right now. So without further ado, let's see what I do here to really accomplish that. Moreover, because the trick that I did saves probably about 30-40 seconds off of what Chris and Saboom do, that means that there is just naturally about that much time in time losses throughout this run. So we're really going to be watching this with the critical eye to see where the real time saves are, and they will be pretty obvious when they come along. Almost got the 69 gems here, which would have been so clutch, but unfortunately this run is not blessed by the cum gods, so we'll take it for that. No, that's fine. What are you going to do, you know? But leaving with 71, 72, that's ideal. That's what you want to see. A lot of this run comes down to gem collection. So a lot of the time we're going to be paying close attention. I missed the first split. Don't worry about it. A lot of the time, we're going to be looking at what gems we're getting, if we're ahead, if we're behind, because that's going to affect the way that we clean up near the end of the run before leaving Dreamweavers. In case you don't know, each of the balloonists in this game are the main roadblocks in terms of collectibles. Each balloonist requires different collectibles in order to pass. And the only one that's a real roadblock for the sake of this speedrun is the final one that takes you to Nasty's world where you do rat proxy. He requires 6,000 gems. Check out that badass jump right there. That is a jump that Farnia does in Vortex, so I adapted it from that. Chris and Saboom don't do that. I have a huge cock. We're going to go to the right. Charging jump up that with the big jump, the Alex Death Strat where you flame the fucking fan chest early. Now that is a big cock and ball right there. Just barely enough time to hit the second flame there before the cooldown wears off. As you know, those fan chests require 3 flames to fully fuck. We're going to finish up here. Now, because I went for the Farnia strat there, I did go for the extra green, and I got another extra green there, so that puts me even or above Chris's gem count here, which is beautiful. Around 96. I think I'll have like 96 or 97 exiting this. The homie Delvin. Homie Delvin. It's the boy. All right, what are you guys saying here? Fucking masterclass, right? It really is. These first few levels aren't too bad. It's those 2 kind of big jumps in Stone Hill and Town Square. There's also going to be a very clutch wall glide happening here, which you have to do in 120% as well. I fucked up there. You're supposed to press triangle in order to cancel your fucking glide, and you can press X coming out of it to do a super ballsy strat. Talking about ballsy strat, I did a super fucking pussy strat right there by jumping all the way over the top of the mountain. You can actually, on the last jump, you can jump through the side of the mountain because there's not collision near the top. But we're finishing up Artisans. All in all, pretty easy homeworld. I missed another split because I'm a fucking stoned ass bitch. And here we are. I'm going to actually remember to do the split this time. This is going to be about... I'll split a little bit late just so it's a little even with the thing. What was that, a 336 or some shit? I didn't even see. W split's fucked. You can't even see the segment times. It's fine, guys. It's fine. I'm an OG gamer, OG speedrunner. Always been. Yeah, this run is pre-recorded, so basically I'm illegal. That's basically what we're looking at. Now we're looking at Tit An right there. He's a very cool dragon. Very booba. Okay, so this homeworld is where shit gets really fucked up. There are 3 particular tricks in this homeworld that really are going to make or break your run. Each one costing roughly 10 to 15 seconds if you make or miss them. The first one is in this home world, and it's a really, really tight momentum conservation jump into charge glide. So, and that's going to be near the end. God's Child, thanks for the gift, man. Appreciate you, dog. Okay, so fuck. What else do I want to say? Yeah, Chris and Saboom, they set the fucking records, I should say, for this game. Even though Saboom's run isn't technically record, it's 1 second off, for fuck's sake. I mean, I'm just gonna call them both records. They're both sick. Mid 38s. They set those back, I believe, in 2018. So it's been a good 2 years, maybe 2019, but it's been at least a year or two since either of them have run this category. Tuval getting his 3850 all the way back in 2015. So that goes to show how, I guess you could say, dead of a category it is at a higher level. Here comes the jump right here. Take a look. These boxes will push you back. That's why I do a charging jump there. And I missed the fucking jump. By trying to conserve my momentum while walking off the edge, I ended up pressing the X button just a smidge too late. And so instead of getting a jump, I was already in the air, so I just glided. So that's very frustrating, and it makes my, it kind of sets my balls on fire, to be honest with you. That alone was 12 seconds lost. So if you just think about it, if I at least got that fucking trick right there, I would have world record. But frankly, it's, you know, it's no use trying to think in terms like that, because you're never going to have a perfect run. And even your best runs, you're going to be able to look back at it and be like, oh, I fucked this up. I fucked that up. So it's better to just, like, you know, when you see shit like that happen, especially in your PB, it's better to just be like, hey, you know what? At least I did everything else right. You know what I mean? And that's the part that we tend to forget. It's like, oh, well, if you just got this, then... But no, it's like, if you're thinking of it that way, it's like you're just asking for perfection, which is asking too much of a human sometimes. Unless you're me, I'm kind of perfect sometimes. Except with that jump. Going around the back of this fucking hut right here, this is really big because you get 33 gems there. You might think that movement's a little odd because you could just keep going and like skip those gems. Mama Proxy, can't I get the pro? Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, baby. Give me that shit. Bounce right off the fat fucking rolls of her thick ass, dude. Right off the bread fucking thick mama dress, dude. Whoo! Put some ramp dressing on that shit. I'm gonna sauce this salad, you know what I'm saying? This run got me hot. Okay, I fucking died again. Luckily, this time loss wasn't as bad because I spawned right here at the top. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even know where I was gonna spawn there. Which goes to show how flustered I was. I did that little hop right there. Really not a good Peacekeeper so far. I gotta say, I mean, pretty obvious. Right? You can really see in this game, what's really cool about this game is at a high level, even, you can see the mistakes. You know, there's no sugarcoating it. Barely hitting that fucking firework from the bottom. You could actually do a strat where you do a charging jump on it, but you have to not bonk in order to do that, so it's a little less of a RTA-friendly strat to actually save time with. Put barbecue sauce on the mama. Put the sauce on her, dude. God damn it. So yeah, man. Yeah, I had a 37.19, or pardon me, I had a 39.17 when I first got this PB, which means I increased my my time, or I decreased my time by, what is that, like, I can't do the math, like fucking 40 or 50 seconds. That's like a lot of time to like save on a high level run that's near world record. So it really goes to show that, especially with Rat Proxy and the strats that I'm doing in this run, pretty much anything is possible with this category. It's far from dead as people thought. And indeed, now that you can get Rat Proxy, I mean, it's not like the trick has changed that much or anything like that. It's just that you just got to have the balls to go for it, you know, and be ready to lose like lots of runs to it. But today was the first day when I was streaming that I was able to get Rat Proxy within the first like 10-20 seconds on 2 separate runs in one day. So I got 2 39s today. So it goes to show it's not impossible, you know. And if you want to grind it, if you want to, like, you know, make speedrun history, fucking get into this game. That's what I say, man. We're always welcoming new players. The Spyro Discord is the place to go if you have questions. It's open to everybody. You can fucking join on speedrun.com. Just look up any of the Spyro games, and there'll be a link to the Discord there, which covers all the original 3 Spyro games in the trilogy and Reignited. Nothing particularly crazy in Shemp there, besides, dude, except the fact that I keep missing splits, dude. You fucking drunk ass son of a bitch. Anyways, here's cliff jump, the third fucking crazy strat. We barely get it. I jump off the left side of the cliff there. I got very lucky with that, but it worked out. It did take a little damage there. You can get a skip on the animation from that fucking thief right there, but I ended up getting flopped, which still skipped the animation, but I obviously took like a second time loss. from that fucking river. Well, anyways, now that we're going into Niled White, night flight. What the fuck was I trying to say there? Wild flight, not even the right level. F for flop, dude. So yeah, not the cleanest peacekeepers ever. But you know what? Now that we got a second, let's kick back, guys. Let's have a beer and let's just have a quick toast, man, to all the love, to all the homies and friendships that we've made on Twitch over the years. Not just me, but you, man. I'm talking about you, Robotic Dream. I'm talking about you, Drummer Jenny. I'm talking about you, Raifu and God666. This one's for you guys. Cheers. Where are my fucking chuggers at? Pipe works. I should better be legal. The man's smoking super crack. Fucking, I'll give it an extra chug. Bro, I got some fucking ragu that my sister's dog's boyfriend fucking slow simmered for 3 fucking hours in the kitchen right now. Look at this strat right here. You come parallel with it, and then turn it, get right through the mountain. It's not even a problem. Most noobs will fucking crash their face against that mountain like a damn idiot. Check out my night flight tutorial, which if I remember to put the card right there, go check that out if you want to figure out how to be a big dick gamer there. I would definitely say it's not one of the harder flight levels, but with these flight levels, you gotta know, you gotta have a route, you know? Casually, the flight levels are almost impossible until you like make up your own little route for them. But yeah, from a speedrunning standpoint, having done them like thousands of times, I can definitely say with confidence that they are easy. Just kidding. I still fuck them up sometimes. They're not free, I'll tell you that much. Root. Root. No, it's not root, it's roux or ragu. Did I say roux? Sister's dog's boyfriend? Did I fucking stutter? He's a good cook. All right. A lot of judgy people here today. I'm so glad we don't have to do the 120 strats there where you rely on the good cycle from the guy. I missed that jump. That cost me maybe like 10, 15 gems, but that was a really good back. Dude, think of how quickly I had to make that recovery. Like, okay, kill the guy, recover 5 gems, and keep moving. That is like some on-the-fly routing that you only see from top-level players. When you see like fucking newer fucking... And it seems like such a small, innocuous thing, but when you're playing and you're used to like whatever route you're taking, you accidentally flop off a ledge. You saw it when I fucking died in Clifftown. I didn't know where I was going to spawn because I was just so flustered by the mistake. And that happens a lot in speedrunning, so just in general. So have a good part of having a good mentality means having a presence in the moment. And that recovery right there really reflected a lot of presence in the moment. Yeah, definitely, Horns. There's definitely an aspect. Dude, you see those fucking magic stairs, bro? I fuck your bitch. I would definitely say this category has more of an element of rerouting to it as you progress. But it's not so extreme as you might think. If you miss a few gems, really the only level that gets actually rerouted is Jock at the end. So you only really have to know like 2 routes there. You know, you have an under gem route and you have an over gem route. You can kind of adjust as you know. The thing about it is you have to get a feel for what gem counts reflect which route. That's the thing, and how much you have to deviate into that extra Jock route or not. It's not as bad as you would think, where like the whole game changes based on your gem count. It's just really that one level. And if you're super under gemmed, especially in my case, dude, am I even splitting at all? I haven't split since Night Flight, dude. All right, I'm gonna split there. Fuck it. 13 10. That was like a low 13 peacekeepers. Why are you gay? Great question. Balls. Yeah, that was like a low 13 peacekeepers, which is really not for a world record run. Is really not that great. You want to be like sub 1250 on a good pace. But I mean, solid, not like bad or anything. It's just not great. Again, really, this run, having gotten Rat Proxy, a 40-second time save, 30 to 40-second time save over Chris and Saboom, who are the 2 people ahead of me by a second. The fact that this run got that 40-second time save and still is just barely behind them is a huge testament to the cleanliness of their runs. And if you like runs like this, I highly recommend checking out their PBs. Just go to the speedrun.com page for this game and you can check them out there. Maybe I can like link them over there or something. I don't know. I'm probably going to forget to do all of the cards and stuff that would appear over there. Over there. Here's Alpine Ridge. The cool thing with any percent, it's definitely a lot more lenient with its with cycles. Like for example, the stairs that I had to climb up right there, those are on a cycle from the enemy raising and lowering them. And it's a lot more lenient on any percent. Same thing with you go over this part, you just kind of blast through this section. Imagine in 120%, you have to collect all that stuff. So there's a lot more variability of the cycles. But here, you know exactly what cycle you're on every time. Pretty much. I mean, unless you're fucking up. Hey, Hangman, what up? What about these testicles? I do like them, and they are quite hairy indeed. Jump up to the side here. Got a little bonk, whatever. Bonks like that hurt, but you have to remember, they're no more than a second or two of time loss. They hurt your ego more than they hurt your time. When you're speedrunning, you gotta be aware of things like that, where it's like, oh, that sucks, but it's like, does it really suck that much? You know, it's more of a same thing with that bonk. It's like you could tell at this point I'm a little tilted from the bonks, and that's gonna affect my movement. That tilt. I'm gonna start doing things more hastily, you know, because I'm trying to like make up, you know, or some bullshit, you know. You should never let your like human emotions affect your gameplay. I know that sounds kind of fucked up. Oh, dude, I'm gonna remember to split this time. Got it. Look at that fucking gold right there. It's not even a real gold. I like split the Peacekeepers one like 5 seconds late. Anyways, that was a 1540, like low 1540s. I don't even know if that's good. I literally have only been playing this category for like a month. Look at that jump charge on that. Even though I bonked on the thief, that's faster than just flaming and taking the animation and skipping and mashing X through that, which would be the alternative. Ideally, you want to flame that thief and then turn to the side, hit him with the flame charge jump, and then jump past him while skipping his animation. These flame charges are really tough. By the way, to those who are unfamiliar, a flame charge is when you flame and then charge into an enemy. But what that does is it causes the gem to home in. So with these particular enemies, these enemies are slightly larger, which means their hitboxes are wider compared to where the gem spawns from. So we're trying to get into that gem spawn right as they're dying so that we can convince the game to make it home in. It's the same thing as when you open like a key chest, for example, and you run over the blip, 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 fountain of gems. When you run over that, the gems automatically home in. That same concept applies to when you flame charge an enemy. So to that end, you have to get a feel for the hitboxes of each enemy and have an idea of where each enemy's gem spawns. Some enemies, their gems spawn higher in the air. For pretty much every enemy, the gem spawns in the middle of them, but sometimes it'll be a little bit higher in the air than others, and that affects the timing and the approach with flame charges. Now here is one of the sickest supercharges of the game right here. This is called Bike Caves, named after a Skype emoji that was shared numerous times when this trick was found back in 2014. So we jump past this area right here, pretty normal stuff. And what makes this trick crazy is this, not this jump, but this jump right here. That jump is pretty tough. What I actually do is I delay my X press. Look at that wall bump right there, beautiful. You want to try to go a little bit to the left so that you don't get caught by the polygons on the floor. You can accidentally get a skitter jump there, which means that it'll cancel your supercharge if you jump weirdly. I missed the flame on that box, but it doesn't really make a huge time difference there. Just charge right into it. Split incoming, split incoming. Boom. Let's fucking go. Thank you, Vodka, the homie. Yeah, guys, spam whenever a split is coming up. Blip, 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 blip. Exactly, Lulu. Lulu's a gamer. Dude, Lulu finna... I'm not gonna stunt. Lulu finna get the 100% PB. Or 100% world record. Maybe. In Spyro 2. She's been kind of going off. That's all I'm saying. Nice. Beautiful charge into Wizard Peak. You have to kind of trail along the outer edge of that ramp. In order to not shoot above it with the supercharge. So you have to kind of like tap the joystick as you do that. Unfortunately, I don't have the input viewer here for this run. We're looking at the raw footage. Flame charge jump to catch that guy before he ascends up. That's a super little sick strat. Get all these flame charges. Now, I didn't get a good, yeah, you can do this part a lot cleaner, obviously. Shouldn't get hit, and then those first two wizards should be in a better position. But I don't know what I did wrong there. I guess I was just like, yeah, I fucked up. Missed that guy's blue as well. Jarvis. Am I going to keep the golds? Dude, hell no. I don't care about my golds. I'm kind of weird like that as a speedrunner. Look at this strat here. Go to the right, hit this. We are going to extend the hell out of this fucking supercharge. Try to go for 2 of the metal boxes here because those are the ones that have the blues. Try to hit those 3 boxes there, but if you don't, just hit the 2 on the left. I missed one of those guys right there, so I did miss like maybe about 7 gems in total. Maybe like somewhere like 5 to 7, I don't know. I think the ones I missed there were 3s. I think I got all the were 3 gems. Yo, you missed a 3 gem. And right there, I did a fucking thief skip. I did what was called the Wally strat there, where you grab the gems through the wall because the supercharge extends Sparks' range. So you can actually charge and slide up against the wall like that to grab the blues from behind where the thief is. And then when you come around, what you can do is you can jump, flame, charge off the edge to not only skip the thief's animation, but do the required death abuse to get back on the route. The strat that Chris and Saboom do there actually doesn't do the Wally strat. It does save like half a second, but it loses a 5 gem, which when you consider gems per second is not worth it. Split incoming. Boom. Beautiful. Thank you, Normandy. Love it. The golds give you a representation of what you're capable of. You know, Jacob, I love that you said that because I 100% totally fucking disagree with that. But that's just like my opinion, man. Can I get Boldar skip? Look at that. So you jump through the fucking portal right there. You jump through the fucking portal. Did I get the fucking Boldar skip? We will see. You never know. We try to touch Boldar through the portal as we jump through it by getting the camera stuck on the side of the portal so that it takes Spyro extra long to like fly through. When you touch the portal, Spyro does that little jump through, right? So we try to extend that as far as we can by getting the camera stuck on the side. The prediction has started. So yeah, the level itself, interestingly, the level itself doesn't load until the camera touches the portal, not when Spyro touches it. When Spyro touches it, you lose control and he does the jump, but you get the camera lodged to the side like that or a little bit further away, he jumps further through. So that's what we try to do with that skip so that we can touch Boldar from the other side, activate his cutscene, and then essentially skip him. And have him already be collected when we exit the level. But the interesting thing is you usually can't see because the camera's obscuring, the camera behind the portal is obscuring your view of Boldar. So you don't usually see whether you got it or not. So we'll see right here whether we get Boldar skip. Did we get it? Did we fucking... I don't even know. I don't remember if I got it on this PB. Did we fucking get it? Everyone's saying yes. And we fucking got it. The dragon pedestal there means that we basically collected Boldar already and now we don't have to wait for his cutscene. We don't have to collect them. It's the only dragon skip in the entire game, by the way, out of all 80 dragons. It's the only dragon that's close enough to a portal to be able to do that. So what's cool about Blowhard is that this level is pretty much the exact same thing as the 120% route. All of the enemies here have very juicy blue or gold gems for the most part. This is just a very thick, juicy gem level. You want to jump down the side. There was a blue gem that I missed right there. You could also do a wall glide around the side, but we still caught the fast cycle on the platforms. There is a super fast cycle that you can catch. Look at that. I tried to roll into the dragon right there, but I was just an inch away. I remember at that moment, if you check the Twitch bot, I was like, what the fuck? Ooh, I got an awkward platform right there. But because I'm a god gamer, I dealt with it. But yeah, if you are not comfortable with your movement, those platforms, especially with the configuration that I got there, can be very scary. You want to charge into fireworks boxes always. So always make sure you have more than green sparks at moments like this. And then here, yes, here he went down in the middle. If you don't approach him in the like middle area of the ramp leading up to him, then he will generally move off to the right and cost you like 2 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds. Jumping off to the right here, going around the left-hand side of the portal there, so that way I can collect an extra 4 gems. Other players opt not to do that. Other players will opt to collect those wizards and gems before entering the level. Some will just skip them altogether. Everyone will get the wizards because they both have 10s. But players like Laura will skip the 4 greens. All right, we're entering Beast Makers. Beast Makers. I'm 2 splits behind. Thank you. All right, we are in. We're in Beast Makers. I've been starting to skip this guy recently. In fact, Laura does like a wall glide around that whole area, but I think the 5 is definitely worth it as far as gems per second is concerned. A thing to note about this run is we're always thinking about our gems per second collected. That's really what's going to be what determines whether we take a route through a certain area or whether we skip it for more optimal movement. Is we think about how many gems per second we're collecting. And ideally, we want to be hovering around 3 gems per second. 3 or more gems per second is what we want. So if we can find a strat that loses 2 gems but saves more than a second, that's ideal. And so that's what I'm thinking with that green guy, the second charge pad guy at the beginning of this homeworld. Yeah, Roti's gonna be coming up in fucking treetop soon. Let's not get too excited. This is one of the harder flight levels right here. This is Wild Flight. This turn right here, really easy to miss. Really easy to get flopped in this section. And you really can't get flopped here because it fucks up the entire second half of the level. You need to be on a good pace in order to hit the strat that I do here. I also leave the first boat, the second to last one that I hit there. I leave the first one that you would otherwise hit earlier with the little Deo strat. Now this strat right here, since I didn't flop, I can hit these two planes, flop against the wall here, big flopper. And then we go down, land, hit that, hit, and then that way we don't have to go all the way through that tunnel area. So even though it looks like kind of awkward and slow that we flop against the wall, this strat is actually 5 seconds faster than the next best safe strat that goes through the whole tunnel. Oh, split and oh, I missed it. How many splits have I gotten? I think I'm at like 2 out of like 10. Whatever, man. Don't judge me. I'm trying my best. I mean, I'm busy explaining, all right? Let a brother commentate. Split incoming. Yeah, the Wild Flight strat is it's definitely the coolest, the most intricate of the flight levels, I'd say, as far as strats go. There's also more there's different strats for the PAL version as well. Morgan does like he does like an L1 turnaround strat. That would be that little island right there is a spot where you can collect extra gems. You can see I tried to with the greens. That kind of fucked up. Okay, I'm getting really bad frogs here. This is definitely a good 3-4 seconds at least lost to frogs. But we're good. We got through them. Keep it moving. That's just the key with it all. Just keep it moving. Those frogs, the way they move is really... Oh, I missed the flame charge. That guy's really hard to flame charge. Rip another 10 gems there. This is definitely one of those levels where you can like pull ahead with your gems or fall behind. And right now I'm kind of falling behind here. But I remember at the spoilers at the end of this run when I get to Jock, I remember I was at a pretty good gem count, so it worked out. Yeah, he used L1 intentionally. In fact, I think a lot of us mentioned that it would have been faster for him to do a wall bonk with his strat, even though his strat's totally different. A wall flop, I should say. Missing another flame charge. It just goes to show how tough flame charge. There it is. Oh, and I missed that guy. That guy, I remember bitching about how that guy took an extra wide turn there that I was super not ready for. That flame charge almost worked. I thought that flame charge was going to work for sure, but it definitely did not. Those hogs are definitely one of the harder enemies in the game to flame charge. It's all in the timing and the speed of the flame to charge movement, as well as the angle to the left or right, because that affects... The Sparks' diagonal range is stronger than his straightforward range. So if you flame charge something close while going off to the diagonal direction, you generally will have a better chance of getting the flame charge. But it all has to do with your spacing. Turn the flame. Oh, I was supposed to... Yeah, I got the flame turn there at least. I did have to waste an extra flame. Can I get this? Ooh, you can only jump off of one fucking polygon there. That's a big ballsy strat. You ain't going to see that one from Chris or Saboom. Big dick. Huge. All right, this is one of the worst rooms in the entire game right here. We like to lovingly call this room Guantanamo Bay because it's where it houses the worst criminals and offenders, being the fucking frogs and the fucking metal guys. So right off the bat, I got hit and I'm sparkless, but I say fuck it, keep it moving. Fuck them up, dude. Fuck them up. Easy money. Easy money. All right, split incoming. Here we go. I'm ready here. I'm ready. Oh yeah, barbecue. You know there's Deo strats. You already know I'm a pioneer. Let's fucking go. I actually hit that split. Let's fucking go. So yeah, you'll probably notice on my splits down here, you'll see that I'm actually generally pretty behind of another run that I got more recently, a 38.49. Which is slower, right? This 38.49, but you can really see that and you can tell from all the mistakes in this run, there is a lot of time save here. I could easily be like 20, 30 seconds faster if I was really gaming. But, you know, with that said, you know, good job on this run still, you know. You gotta give yourself a compliment sandwich. You know what I mean? Okay, I don't know why I dropped down there. That was very pussy of me. Because now, look, I'm having to fight this guy. And this guy... Oh, I missed the yellow there. That's not good. So, this is going to be a very clutch battle here. Am I going to be able to beat him to the dragon? The green guy, that is. If you can beat the green guy to the dragon, then he'll teleport to the area that he needs to go. And it looks like that's exactly what he did. If you don't get there in time, he'll do his whole, like, cycle down the fucking supercharge ramp and go around and about, and it'll cost you about 3 to 4 seconds. 37 is definitely possible. I would definitely say 37 is humanly possible. But right now, my goal is a low 38. If I can get a low 38, I'm just going to go back to 120%. That's my plan for now. And that's just a personal preference thing. I just prefer 120. That's just me. It's my bit. I'd rather grind for a 121 and 120% than grind for a 38 and any percent. Yeah, dude, there's Rotis down there, by the way. We named the chicken down there by the strong box. His name's Rotis. Yeah, there's the fuck. Hey, that's your boy. You go, whoa, Booba. Yeah. Yeah, Booba. Clicking all these gems. Nice little double flame here. Not a lot of people do that strat. I really like it, though. This is a trick called Stone Knot. We get a wall bump here. No jump off that, but we do a delayed X press there. I said doo-doo. Crash through that guy, and that's good. That's why you can also hit that red guy earlier before he actually starts his cycle to come to this area. But I think it's faster to just supercharge through him for the fucking for the little skip that we do there, the little wall bump. Split incoming. Yeah, okay, it was a couple seconds late. I'll be fair. It was like a second late. Rotis is the channel mascot, dude. Yeah, Rotis and the fucking rat, dude. Dorito. We named Dorito after the Dorito bullets they shoot in Twilight Harbor, and we named Rotis after a rotisserie chicken that you buy from the grocery store. Okay, can I get the out of bounds here? Not even close. I hit him a little too hard to the right. What we want to happen there is have the guy push us into the corner while we're doing charge jumps, like skitter charge jumps into the corner, and then so that way we can clip out of bounds. It's one of the only like enemy squeeze. It's one of the only squeeze based out of bounds in this whole game, as far as I know. I think it is the only one. Out of bounds like that, especially the way you would see it there, are very uncommon in this game. This game is, if something has collision in this game, it's generally like you're not getting through it, you know. But luckily, especially considering some of the areas that the developers didn't intend us to get to with mechanics like charge gliding, there are luckily a lot of things that you would think are solid that aren't, you know, like wall textures that are high up in the air and whatnot. So, for example, that's how I was able to fly through the wall in Alpine Ridge, if you saw that. It just didn't have collision. This is one of the longest boss fights right here. This is Metalhead. You gotta hit through each of those pylons. What's cool with Metalhead is there's a few different things that can happen. Sometimes he'll throw an enemy through one of his own pylons, fucking effectively damaging himself and saving you a second. Another thing that can happen is the yellow gem that, the extra gems that are spawned on top that he would otherwise be throwing his enemies. One of those can fall down based on its gem drop RNG, and so that can save you another second. Similar stuff can happen here. Gems can drop down here, or he can like attack himself. So those are like cool little like blessed run time saves that you love to see. Go to the left. That fucking wind tunnel right there is really annoying. It does not function as you think it would. It's like very much offset from the visual wind tunnel. The physical wind tunnel itself. Split. I did it. Are you proud? Are you proud, Vodka? Are you proud of me, Dad? Cheers. This homeworld. If you're quick enough here, and it looks like I am, if you're quick enough here, you can hit the first charge guy right here. Let's see if I can get him. Beautiful. You can hit. I hit him way early in time. It's normally pretty hard to hit that guy, but that's a free 5 gem right there if you can get it. And it doesn't slow you down at all because you'd have to wait for the other guy's charge pad anyways. Are you splitting, son? Yes, I am. Yeah, well, I'm gonna eat a couple more chips, man. Get comfy here, you know what I'm saying? Do it for Rotis. You know what I'm saying? All right. Dreamweaves, baby. Definitely, that mushroom was no mistake. If you're blue sparks, you have to get the mushroom there. If you're green sparks, you have to get both of the mushrooms there. The reason why is because generally you'll take damage with this. You see how they'll attack you? I got lucky by not taking damage there, but normally they'll hit you and make you do like a damage boost up. And so normally you'd be blue sparks here, and then you also have to charge into this box right here. So if you're not gold sparks there, generally you'll lose both of your sparkses if you're not gold sparks. And you don't want to be sparksless. Just in general in this game, you never want to be sparksless. From a speedrunning standpoint, it's one of the worst things that can happen. I mean, not one of the worst things. I mean, there's fodder everywhere in this game that you can use to recharge spark. Like, in worst case scenarios, like if you're in Misty Bog and you lose all your sparks, like worst case scenario, you can usually just like grab a dragon and then death abuse to get your sparks back. Cost you a few seconds. But that's usually a better strat than trying to just push through the level without sparks, for example. And so those two mushrooms there at the beginning of Dreamweavers are fucking clutch. I saw a question up there that said, am I considering running Spyro 2 or 3? And the answer to that is hell to the no. Yo, what's up, Deku Scrub? Good to see you, man. Getting these guys. These guys can be very finicky. If you miss one of them, you have to take a really long path to try to like re-grab them because they're changing their heights always. It's really annoying. If you're quick with that train, I wasn't particularly quick here, but if you're quick with that train, you can actually get a animation skip against the bridge itself. Rather than going down into the bottom, you can go straight into that following bridge that's in front of you there. In the flying levels, you skip the final animation of finishing the flying level by crashing into an object with collision. Otherwise, Spyro just like flies up into the air and there's like this little like mini cutscene thing that wastes 4 seconds. So here's Jock. This is the level where we would catch up on gems. Here, I happened to notice that I was pretty good on my gem count. I believe I was around in like the 50 range, 650, which is exactly where you want to be in terms of doing the fastest possible route here. So you can see I am skipping some enemies here that I would otherwise... Yeah, that's see like that blue gem. I'm playing it very ballsy here because otherwise, if you're under gem, you would have to collect all these extra gems. And so that is usually where a lot of time is lost in these runs. So it's quite the miracle that I was able to, to skip as many gems as I could here. If you're super overgemmed, you can actually flame Jock on that first like cycle right there and get an early kill on him. But generally, you'll have to take one of the slower strats in order to make up even more for that because you'll be skipping like 100 gems or something, or like 75 gems otherwise. Notice how I charge onto the side of those platforms, then full hop into the wind tunnel. That's actually like a half second faster. I needed that 25, by the way. That was like very clutch that I wasn't too hasty and didn't exit the level early. That probably would have cost me the PB if I did that, because I would have had to collect all those out here. It goes to show you really cannot be too hasty here, or you can be too hasty, especially with this game. Yeah, exactly right, Barbecue. It's like, oh well, that mistake cost you world record. That mistake cost you world record. All right, so here is Rat Proxy right here. I set up right here around like the seam of this white thing and then waiting for him to go in, praying to God. Oh! Oh, and then I take a very safe full hop off of that dragon head because not every spot on that dragon head allows you to stand on it. Some of them will roll you off or flop you off. So I just land on a part that I know I can land on and full hop charge glide the fuck out of there. And yes, I have fallen off that dragon head in runs before. At this point, we're just getting the two quick thieves right here. Man, that trick, Rat Proxy right there, that is a fucking nut and a half. When you get that in a run, it's just fucking insane. There are a lot of people who have gotten Rat Proxy, not a lot, but there's a handful of people who have gotten Rat Proxy in Cheat%, which is a category extension of the original game here, where you enter the balloonist cheat at the beginning of the game and fly straight to Nasty's world. And do like a Coveless strat and then go straight into Nasty North, just like what I did right there. But again, I'm the only person right now who's ballsy enough to go for it in runs, you know, consistently and really go. And I don't mean just like half-ass try the Rat Proxy and then go into North Cove if you miss it. No, I mean like sit there and fucking we're getting this rat to fucking fuck. All right, there we go. 38-32 was the final, or 38-34, pardon me. I know it was said 38-32 on the splits. I split late here, but I also started the splits late, so it's a 38-33, rest assured. I just can't get anything right. Look at that, minus 15 right there. You love to see it. Definitely, I'm not keeping these splits. Yeah, but GG, man. GG. And you could just see how fast that ending just flew by right there. Like, literally, most of that ending was the level Nasty Nork. So, yeah. That's basically what we're looking at. Tied PB? Yeah, exactly. Thank you for the GGs, everybody. And hopefully that was an informative commentary for you guys. thanks again for watching and fucking hanging out on the YouTube here. I hope to see you guys in my stream next time, and I will fucking catch you then. Keep fucking gaming, keep fucking partying, and keep fucking eating them chips, eh? You for Chris, I'll be stream, motherfucker. Where my truckers at?